Hey everybody, it's Chase with AVA Pop Culture again, and today we are here for a little bit of physical media news. Some big chases targets dropped out there. There's a lot of news going down. We're going to get to it all, so pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so physical media news, there's some big drops. There's some things that have dropped since the last time I came on here. We had the big surprise second sight drops, and let's just start there because those are very, very big, and they are definitely two that are chases targets. And I always promise you guys, if there's something that I'm really going after, then I will come on here and talk about it. And Late Night with the Devil. Let's start there. You can get your pre-order in. You can do it with Second Sight, but you can do it with Orbit DVD. You can do it with Diabolic. I did with Orbit DVD. Guy's always good to me, and the stuff gets to me super fast. If you're like me and you missed out on the big umbrella box set of Late Night with the Devil, which I am still super bummed out on. I really want that big box set from Umbrella. But this is the next best thing. I mean, hey, if your backup plan is a Second Sight 4K set, it is hard to complain about that. And it's right here. You have your standard Second Sight box. You got a booklet. You're going to have the movie in there. You're going to have some art cards. And I mean, it looks good. It's got some special features on there. Of course, the movie is in Ultra HD. A new audio commentary is on there. So you definitely have making of Night Owls music video, South by Southwest Q&A, the rigid slipcase with artwork. It's a 120-page booklet in there. 6 collector's cards, and of course your other special features like the making of the Late Night with the Devil, all kinds of stuff. This is definitely a target for me because I missed that Umbrella set, and I really do like this movie. I think it's a good movie. It has a lot of vibes to it, and I was immediately boom, pre-order, Second Sight, I'm sold. So you can grab that right now on your pre-order. And then the other one that Second Sight dropped, the big deal that they dropped, was the Blair Witch Project. Now this set looks even bigger than standard. It is a little more costly, $54.99. Now the big gruff here is that this is not 4K. Now if you remember, just recently on a review video where I reviewed Demons and Desperado and Return of the Living Dead, I did a 4K review. I mentioned people were wanting Blair Witch Project in 4K, and I was like, why? The elements aren't right. Like, I hear a lot of people, they're clamoring for this Blair Witch Project in 4K, and I'm over here like, what? Why? I mean, it's shot with like digital, like lower quality digital and 16 millimeter film and this mix of stuff. And you're going to lose some of what it was supposed to be if you take that up to 4K. And you're going to see stuff that you probably shouldn't see. I don't think that movie needs 4K. I think you can harm that movie by bringing it up to 4K, but that's just me. We'll see. That's what they do. I am not one that thinks that one needs a 4K. They shot it in the cheapest 16 millimeter film that they could find, and then they used earlier digital home cameras, so you had like high 8 and digital tape and stuff like that, and I really think that it would transfer poorly to 4K. I think with a low-grade 16 millimeter film, you're going to get a lot of stuff that you don't want to see. And then that when you've got those home video cameras like the digital tape and high 8 and all that kind of stuff, it's going to change the look of the film fundamentally, most likely, and you're going to see things that you shouldn't see. And I just think, and people will complain about the quality. I never thought that it lended itself to a 4K restoration, but you're going to get HD here. You're going to get 1080p with a Blu-ray, and you are going to get a hell of a set here. If you look at this thing, that looks like a massive book. You're going to get the flyer here. You're going to get some art cards, and of course the movie. I really think this artwork looks cool. I like the black and white. It says here, special features, the new second sight restoration from the high 8 videotapes, as I mentioned, and the 16 millimeter film elements, and it was supervised by the producers and directors. Again, I never thought that it would lend itself to a 4K restoration. The 2-disc edition includes restored and remastered original theatrical and the festival cut, plus original release version. So the festival cut I've been hearing a lot about. It's like a longer cut, different cut before Hollywood came in and put their scissor hands on it. So I'm very interested to see that. There's a new audio commentary. You've got directors and producers commentary, deleted scenes, previously unseen video and 16 millimeter footage, the Blair Witch Project, analog horror in a digital world, alternate endings, the Cannes 1999 archive director's interview, trailers. That is a 184-page book that is on there, and it's a hardback book. It is big. Heather's journal is included. So, I mean, this is a big set. I think you're going to see the street date on this is November 11th. I think you're going to see that this is going to be a thicker than normal second sight box. And now, this was definitely a target for me, but I'll be honest, I am not the biggest Blair Witch fan ever. So I've made a found footage film myself, out of straight necessity called Realm of Souls. And, I mean, it's definitely a genre that had its time, but I just don't like, I feel like it's a must own because number one, I want to see that festival cut that I've never seen. So that's something I've never seen before. And then it's a piece, I feel like it's a piece of cinema history because found footage was not like the way they approached this with the marketing and everything else. This was different than anything that had been done at the time. So that part from a historical perspective, and then you get the new cut, this big set. I think it's worth it. Yes, it's just a Blu-ray and it's region B locked supposedly. So you're going to need a region free player to play it. If you don't have one, I mean, I have 4K, my 4K players are region free, but you can pick up a 4K region free, just Blu-ray player for not that much. And that opens you up to so many more things that you can import and stuff like that. And usually, like with my Sony 4K player, you can just change it with one click of the button to, and it doesn't automatically recognize it, but you can change it with one click of the button. So I pre-ordered that. I was on the fence for a minute and I thought, you know what? That's a piece of cinema history and it's an amazing set. I love Second Sight. I'm going to grab it. These two really shot my not spending money in August thing. But those are there available. And we've got pre-orders dropping all over the place. There is one thing that came out that's very interesting to me. And these two drops sort of show the problem with the model that we have now, where they just yank the ripcord so fast. They don't give movies time to breathe, find an audience and everything at the theater because they're just in a hurry to get on to streaming and get to the next thing. And that's killing it. They've got to get away from this model, and you don't have to look any further than we already have a 4K release date for M. Night Shyamalan's new film, Trap, starring Josh Hartnett. Unbelievable. Already a release date for that on 4K. It just came out. The release date is November 5th, and you will be able to get it at home. So, like, again, this is what I mean. What is anyone's incentive to go to the theater and see a movie? They're like, oh, well, give it a couple of weeks. It'll be on, I can buy it or rent it for $20 and my whole family can watch it on streaming. And then like a month later, I can just buy it if I want it. Like there's no incentive. We need to get back to that old model of movies are at the movies for several months. Then they disappear completely for several months. And then they're released like at a, we don't really have rental anymore, but then you could at least do it where several months it disappears. And then you put it out for sale on physical media, and then eventually to streaming and rental on streaming services. That would, it would give them such more of a different release windows of money, of profit. It makes no sense. There's actually, you can Google this, but there's a clip, an interview of Matt Damon out there talking about the same thing. He's like, we're killing ourselves. We don't have that model anymore. And he talks about that exact thing. And he's talking about why so many different movies don't get made now, because they don't have those opportunities to find an audience and then the different release windows. So you can already have a release date here for Trap, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie. And to that end, you also have one more that just came out at the theater. Let's see if I can grab it real quick. And there it is. The new Crow movie already has on Amazon and Walmart. You can see the 4K steelbooks getting ready to order. It just came out. Like, there is no mystery, no anything. It's like, okay, well, I didn't go see it this weekend, so in a week it'll be out, and I can pay for it on demand. And then look, they already have the steelbooks out. I'll just wait. Like, it just kills me, man. We don't have a specific date yet, but already there it is. There is no date yet, but as you can see here, you can go ahead and pre-order it right now on Amazon if you want, or you can do it from Walmart. It's $34.99. Unreal to me. Just came out. And I just think they're killing themselves. But there it is for physical media collectors. If you're interested in that, I was not the biggest fan of the first movie, and it makes me sad to watch it because of what happened to Brandon Lee. So I didn't run out and watch this one either. But there you go. Already out. Now, there's something else that I'm interested in that Kino Lorber just announced, and that is The Scars of Dracula 4K. This is Christopher Lee, 1970. Kind of looking a little bit like Nicolas Cage on that artwork. Somebody over here actually in the comments thought that was Nicolas Cage at first. Scars of Dracula, a brand new restoration by Kino Lorber. It's going to have Dolby Vision. It's a 4K scan from the 35mm original camera negative. So I'm definitely interested in that. Scars of Dracula is one of the good ones. I think like Horror of Dracula. But that's one I'll definitely be checking into. So if you're a big Chris Lee Dracula fan, there you go. That one was announced by Kino Lorber. Interesting enough. And then the other big news was Umbrella was supposed to announce their drops for December, and then they pulled back. They were going to do it last week, and then they pulled back and said, hey, we're not ready to make this announcement yet. So no word on when their new announcements are coming. I still have my big target out there for them is this House of the Devil set, and man, it's the shipping is rough because it's like $23 to ship that by itself. So it would take it from $55 to $78 for that one purchase. And that's a little tough sledding right there. But I will be here when Umbrella finally does release it. And speaking of releases, Vinegar Syndrome dropping bombs that they're going to have their totally rad Labor Day sale. But it is going to include titles that were previously said to be out of print. And it says they're besides the out of print stuff we'll get to in a minute. It says they're going to have a sale of in the merchandise, and the movies are going to range from anywhere from 10% to 75% off. So crazy wide batch of discounts there. And it says, in addition to the items being discounted, we will be launching a new batch of out-of-print titles each day of the sale. So they're trying to spread it out. The sale will start at 12:01 a.m. Friday morning, this Friday morning, and it'll run through, I believe, Sunday night. Monday night at 11:58 p.m. or 11:59 p.m. So it'll run through Monday night. Each day they're going to put out new out-of-print titles, and they said that the out-of-print titles are getting added that have been sold out in the past. It says that they have unearthed some backstock, basically, that they didn't know they have in their warehouse. If you didn't know, they closed up their Denver or Colorado warehouse, and they're moving to a bigger warehouse over here in Connecticut, I think it is, on the East Coast, a massive warehouse. So they're doing really well, which is a good thing. But they said they have found more out of print stock. Now, we don't know what it is. They're going to release it every day. I mean, hey, you know, if you've been looking for like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 or From Beyond or Vice Academy like me or some of these others, who knows what it may be? We have no idea. It could just be random stuff with no slip covers, nothing special. We have no idea. So it's just like the excitement of what it will be, and they're going to piece that out each day, but you better be ready to order that out of print stuff, because it says there is very limited quantities of each thing they put on, strict 1 copy per person. It says if they find out that you ordered more than 2 and it went through, they will refund the money on one of them. You're not getting more than 1 of any of these. So they're going to try to, that tells me that there might be some good stuff in there, because what they're trying to do with that and crack down is resellers, people who are going to grab it and put that out of print stuff immediately on eBay. So it sounds like a cool sale, the totally rad Labor Day sale. And there's also going to be announcing their new September releases during this sale. So a lot of stuff. I'm going to be on at midnight, Thursday night into Friday morning. I'm going to hit it when it goes live, and I will share all of that with you guys on a video that I will drop out early Friday morning. So hopefully you will not miss anything. I know everybody can't be up. It's really tough on me to be up, but I want to grab that stuff and get it out to you as soon as possible. And so I will be here at 12:01 a.m. recording that and going over everything that's on that first day, and I will drop it out early Friday morning. So be ready for that, so that you don't miss anything that you might want. You can grab on there, because those out of print titles are going to go fast each day. So you're going to have to be ready each day. Now, what's interesting, it doesn't say, I'm guessing that it'll be like midnight each day, that they like 12:01 a.m. each day that they drop out the new stuff, but we'll definitely see. I won't go live. I won't do it every day. So just know, and I'll try to set that up for you on Friday morning. But I think that's everything that, obviously, the big, what's releasing this week. So the big pre-order one I'm waiting on, this will be a first watch 4K review coming for me. And that is Drive, the Ryan Gosling Drive, the reprint, this 4K steelbook here that looks awesome. I have never seen this movie, pre-ordered it a while back. That is coming out technically tomorrow, the 27th. So if you got that pre-order, be looking for that this week. I'm excited about that. I've never seen it. So you'll get a first watch 4K review out of me on that. And then some stuff that we already know about, usually here in the physical media community, things that have been out for a while but are hitting the common person this week, like the Reptilicus, like the Vinegar Syndrome titles that have been out for a while. Poltergeist 2. Great channel member Lance Thigpen, he already sent that to me from Scream Factory, so I've already had that like a week. Some of you have had it even longer, because if you order directly, you're going to get it earlier. that the street date's happening on that. Desperado Steelbook street date is happening this week. Of course, if you follow me, I've already done a 4K review on that. The same thing with the Mexico trilogy. So, if you order in directly from the boutiques, a lot of times you're gonna beat the street dates, but that's what's coming out this week. So I'm really looking forward to Drive. And I think that is about everything. Of course, there is a pre-order out there for a 4K of Rosemary's Baby. I had mentioned that before, and right now it looks like a closed pre-order. It's like they're out of them right now on Orbit, at least for now. And the same with Pet Cemetery. Now, I really wanted to get these, but I really have been trying to save money. Hey, I know everybody buys stuff for content. I don't do that. I buy things that I want, and no boutique sends anything to me for free. So I rely on my own pockets, and they definitely have a cap on them. Like I don't have unlimited funds to buy this stuff that I want. I put my targets down there in the description of things, and the reason those don't change that much is because I can't afford to go back and buy those and buy new stuff, the things that I want. Even though I curate a collection, I don't just buy everything that comes out. I'm so behind because I didn't collect for years, like 3-4 years or so. I just kind of, in 2020, when I couldn't make films anymore, it kind of was, and nobody was investing in films, everything, it just kind of depressed me. And so I kind of just didn't collect. But now, because of that was a big time gap where lots of boutiques exploded and everything. I have a lot of stuff to catch back up on. I keep a list of those down here. The problem is trying to go back and get stuff that you missed and get new stuff. I just don't have the funds for it. Confession out loud. I mean, it costs money, and it's trying to build the channel. I rely on you guys watching, sharing it, getting out there, people joining the channel in order to pay for anything I get. Everything I get goes right back into what you see here on the channel, and to help pay the bills, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to collect and pay my bills. So I'm basically limited to anything I get on here for the most part. So I can't get everything. I couldn't. Those were $40 a piece. I would have loved to have them. And if they come back out on Diabolic or Orbit DVD, I'd love to grab them, because I don't have either one of those movies in my collection. But everybody has a bank account, and mine is hurting right now. So, but those are two great releases, and I would love to get those. But anyway, that's what I got for you this week. I will be out Friday morning with the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I know there's a lot more big things coming. We're going to get some more Arrow announcements. We're going to get Scream Factory drops here coming soon. And then it's not long. We're going to probably get a Shocktober sale from Scream Factory. Then we're going to be into November stuff. It's going to happen really fast. I'm going to be turning the page here, as I've been saying, on September 1st. We're going to be mostly all horror, Halloween, fall, spooky season focused. I'm going to have, you're going to see some difference in the background. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's some of my favorite time of year. And my plan is about 50 now videos over the course of those 2 months that are all Halloween and fall focused. And of course, though, some of those will get preempted for me to bring you the news and the sales drops and cover all that stuff, and some 4K reviews. We're not going to get behind on those. But if we don't get all 50 of them this year, we'll have them next year too. Tons and tons of fun stuff, tier lists, rankings, reviews, my favorites, all kinds of stuff, so much coming. So if that sounds like it is your jam, please like and subscribe, help support the channel. You can support even more by joining down below at my Patreon link or here on YouTube. It really does help out the channel. A couple dollars a month, you're going to get a lot of extra content, behind the scenes photos, filmmaking, on set, like raw clips where we were making movies, and then show you the progression of those shots onto the final scene, what it looked like, all kinds of stuff, members only videos, and of course your shout outs here, your name in lights as part of the pop culture friends and family. And I really do thank you all so much. And until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. I know.